go. Imagine this kid getting bullied in school and he come back the next day with a robot ready to run the fade. My man done downloaded the Floyd Mayweather iOS. Huh? You heard of Dexter's Lab? What is this Dexter's Jab? Come get this word. Bruh. What in the rock'em sock'em rope? Imagine
that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
All right, Shalom. First off, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Have honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, their teacher, who well, and as always, peace and salutations to the elect. First, your brother Benign from the Great Millstone Dollars branch. It's going to be a quick lesson. But as you can see, you know what I'm saying, I ran across these clips on social media, you know what I'm saying, and it's showing, you know, more and more of these humanoid robotic robots, all right, doing things like jogging, all right. You had two clips to where they were actually, you know, fighting. You know, one was doing kung fu and one was boxing. All right. Then you had another clip of a dude, you know, showing the durability, you know what I'm saying, of it. And this technology, you know, is going to be used. Well, the Lord is going to allow this man to use his technology ultimately to oppress and hunt down people who's opposed to the will of the government, man. You see, and it's nothing far fetched. Uh, Esau shows you in his movies, man. You know, Terminator. That's why I played that clip from the Terminator, man. You see, because that shit is gonna be real life. You know, when we say these things, Jake think it's a fucking joke. All right, but you show me anything that this devil has created that he hasn't used for a weapon. You know, even going down to the basis of these smartphones, man. All right, this technology and social media. You know, these were all used as a weapon, and ultimately, what has it done is dumbed down the people. You know, so that's just further proof. You know what I'm saying? That anything that this devil uses, uh, creates that he uses as a weapon, man. You see, and this is shit that we seeing on that he's allowing to be seen. You know, robots running and jogging up hills, and you know, fighting. You know, which they have those robot dogs, and like I said, they show you in their movies because that's a part of their left hand magic. All right, when you watch that show Black Mirror, you had that one episode where that lady was being chased by that robot dog, you know, and now what do you see being used? You seeing these robot dogs being used, you know, amongst the law enforcement. You know, if they have a particular standout with somebody, they'll send the robot dog in to, you know, either to, you know, to disarm the nigga or to go up and survey and, you know, look around and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So this technology that shows you that this technology that we're seeing, you know, is going to be used. All right. Because you best believe behind the scene, Esau got some shit. All right. He didn't already created some shit that he attached weapons to, you know. And that's why the scriptures say it's going to be a time like never before. And I'm going to be quoting scriptures because I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? But he's going to be it's going to be a time like never before, man. You see, in this AI technology, you know, this technology that we're seeing, you know, this big push on, you know, AI in the workforce, you know, all this, it's a big push on technology in every aspect of your life, you know. And like I said, this devil has always used gradualism. All right, he's always used, you know, convenience as a way to push forth his agenda, which ultimately oppresses the people, you know. And this is one way that you know that he's gonna do it, man. You know, here take these robot like shit. What is that? Our Robot. You know, they show you in these movies, Terminator, Our Robot, Elysium. You know how these that's technology was he was using this technology, man. You see, and ultimately it didn't end up good. It didn't end up well. All right, for the people. All right, how much more in actual real life? You know, how much more, you know, in a time like never before that we get ready to come into? Because imagine it's gonna get to the point to where, you know, these particular soldiers that Esau is gonna be using, they're not gonna be willing to you know, because it's gonna be so bad and the shit, the orders that they're gonna get, all right, to kill and off people, you know, some of them gonna refuse, man. So what is Esau to do? Well, he's gonna bring in foreign troops, and ultimately he's gonna bring in this technology, man, these humanoid robots, all right, who's armed to the T, all right, that he already, you know, got bulletproof armor on, and he done built them out of, you know, bulletproof material. So your little nines and your AKs and whatever you got, all right, is ultimately not going you know, do too much to them, man. You see, and they're not gonna have, just like old boy was telling Sarah Connor, man. You can't bargain with it, you can't reason with it. You know, it doesn't feel fear. It ain't gonna care that, you know, that it's 10 of y'all and one of him. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna execute the orders that Esau programs into it, man. You see, it's gonna be real live Terminators out here, man. But Jake think, like I said, Jake thinks this shit funny, man. You see? But let me see. Let me pull something real quick, man. All right. Let's go to Daniel 12 and 1. It says, Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written in the book. You see, and we know that that's going into the elect, man. But a time of trouble is coming. All right, and there's never been a time to where, you know, technology has been this advanced. All right, even going on when you read in Joel 2 when it talks about the nuclear missiles, it tells you that it's a strong and great people, you know, real quick, because that lets you know uh, that we're living in a time like never before. This is Joel chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, all right, which is going into the nuclear missiles. It says, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Right, showing you that this is linking up into what Daniel was talking about, man. At time of trouble, that time of destruction, to where it ain't never been a time like this before, man. You see, because we read how, you know, the prophets were always persecuted. All right, they was able, you know, the Yahweh Shah told them to flee to one city. When they persecute you in this city, flee to another one. But now we're living into a time to where you constantly watched. There's cameras every goddamn where, you know, cameras on each light pole, cameras on the freeway, you know, cameras in your car, cameras on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is walking around with cameras, and it's ultimately, you know, for surveillance, man. It's not for you to fucking take selfies, you know. It's for Esau to tap into and find whoever the fuck you want to find, man. That sell you cellular towers that ping your phone wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? Even like I said, even if you throw your phone, you're gonna be caught on camera somewhere, man. You know, cameras all at the goddamn gas stations. There's nowhere in this place that you can go that there's not cameras, man. You see? So we're living in a time to where, time like never before with persecution. This technology is going to be used to persecute ultimately those that fear the Lord, like it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, man. You see, and that's why the Lord said in Isaiah, real quick, let's go to Isaiah 59, man. Isaiah 59, and I'm gonna end it off on this, man. In verse 19, it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun." It says, "And when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." That's right, because we're gonna need, all right, this miracle. We're gonna need a miracle in order to escape the hands of this devil, man. If the Lord doesn't lift up a standard, how are we gonna be able to escape? All right, even going back into the time of Egypt, when the Lord told Moses and the children of Israel to go up a certain way between the mountains and the Red Sea, all right, to where they were blocked in. They were on one side, they were blocked in by the Red Sea, and on another side, all right, it was mountains, and it was only one way in. All right, and Pharaoh came in like a flood. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord didn't lift up a standard for them, all right, they would have got taken. You see how much more in this new spiritual Egypt, man. All right, the Lord tells you in 2nd Ezra 15 that what he shall not let his people, we led like a flock to the slaughter. He shall know we shall not he shall no longer, roughly paraphrasing, let his people dwell in the land of Egypt, man. This matter of fact, real quick, because I don't want to slaughter that, man. Salakia. So let's go to it. Because this is what we're looking for, man. This is the hope that we have, all right, in these evil times. Man, what the hell is 2nd Ezra at, man? Well, that's crazy. So we got Baruch, we got all that, but they don't have 2nd Ezra, man. That's crazy. Matter of fact, let's get into GNT. Let's get into GNT. I don't even play with Esau, bitch ass. 2nd Ezra chapter 15. All right. Let me see. In verse 10 in the GNT, it says, "My people are being led to the slaughter like a flock of sheep. They will no longer have to live in Egypt. I will use all my strength and power to bring them out of that land. I will bring disasters upon the Egyptians." And that's what the Lord is going to do, man. He did it once in ancient Egypt. All right. And he's going to do it again. All right. In this new spiritual Egypt, according to Revelation chapter 11, man. All right. In verse 8. All right. That great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, the Lord he's going to lift up a standard, man. All right. And those same miracles that the Lord did, all right, to the ancient Egyptians, he's going to do again. All right. And this time it's going to be magnified on a higher level. How much more in the times like never before? The Lord is really going to show out in these times, man. All right. It says, I will bring disasters upon the Egyptians as I did earlier, and I will destroy their country. And that's exactly what the Lord is going to do. All right. He's going to destroy this place, man. All right. And all his adversaries along with it, including 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. You see, because the Lord is going to allow this devil to use this technology against y'all ass, man. All right. Alligator, Alcatraz, these particular concentration camps, that's not for the elect, man. That's for y'all ass. That's for 2/3 of the nation of Israel to get their punishment, man. You see, because as the scriptures say, all right, the lot of the wicked shall not fall upon the righteous, roughly paraphrasing, man. You see? But yeah, man, Jake gonna see, man, your ass ain't gonna be able to outrun something that never gets tired, man. You see? And you seen that fucking robot running up hills and shit. Jake think they go, man, hey, bro, you gonna be chased, man. This motherfucker can outrun your ass. You will get tired before that battery run out. You know what I'm saying? All right, they got them. They showing robots fucking doing parkour and hitting flips. Jake think they're gonna be able to hit a fence, and that motherfucker gonna be right on your ass. It's gonna hit that bitch with you. All right. So if you don't have the Lord on your side in the times that we coming into, all right, it's gonna be a horrible experience for you, man. Okay, so with that, I didn't want to make it too long. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. The honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and the teacher of well. And as always, peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.